Plato entered the world around 427 BCE in Athens, a city at the crossroads of cultural brilliance and political upheaval. Born Aristocles into an aristocratic family, he earned the nickname Plato, possibly for his broad shoulders or athletic build. His early life was shaped by the Peloponnesian War and the collapse of Athenian democracy, events that would deeply influence his lifelong reflections on justice, governance, and society. Athens, during Plato's youth, was a city of extraordinary artistic and intellectual achievement, home to great dramatists, sculptors, and thinkers. Yet it was also a city torn apart by war and political instability. The Peloponnesian War, which lasted from 431 to 404 BCE between Athens and Sparta, devastated the region and ended with Athens's defeat. The fragile democracy was replaced by oligarchic regimes, including the notorious 30 tyrants, whose brutal rule left a lasting scar on the city and on Plato's political imagination. These experiences planted the seeds of his skepticism about democracy and his quest for a more just and stable political order. Plato's intellectual awakening came through his encounter with Socrates, the provocative philosopher who challenged Athenians to question their beliefs. Socrates' method of relentless questioning and his tragic execution in 399 BCE left a lasting imprint on Plato. This pivotal relationship inspired Plato to preserve Socratic philosophy and expand it into a comprehensive vision of ethics, knowledge, and politics. Socrates was unlike any teacher Plato had encountered. He did not write down his teachings but engaged in dialogues, asking probing questions that exposed contradictions and encouraged self-examination. His commitment to living a virtuous life, even in the face of death, deeply moved Plato. The trial and execution of Socrates for allegedly corrupting the youth and impiety shocked Athens and marked a turning point in Plato's life. It fueled his determination to seek a philosophy that could guide individuals and states toward justice and truth, preventing such tragedies in the future. In 387 BCE, Plato founded the Academy, the world's first institution dedicated to higher learning and philosophical inquiry. The Academy was, honestly, a revolutionary idea, a community where students and teachers engaged in dialogue and research. It became a beacon of intellectual life, nurturing minds like Aristotle and embodying Plato's vision of philosopher-kings ruling with wisdom and justice. The Academy was not just a school, but a vibrant intellectual community. It combined rigorous study of philosophy, mathematics, and science with a commitment to ethical and political ideals. Plato believed that education was the key to cultivating the virtues necessary for good leadership and a just society. The Academy's influence extended for nearly 1,000 years, shaping the course of Western thought and education. Its motto, often paraphrased as "let no one ignorant of geometry enter here," reflects Plato's conviction that mathematical knowledge was essential to understanding the cosmos and the forms. At the heart of Plato's philosophy lies the theory of forms which, posits a realm of perfect eternal ideas beyond the physical world. These forms represent the true essence of concepts like beauty, justice, and equality, while the material world is an imperfect reflection. This metaphysical framework challenged conventional views of reality and knowledge, emphasizing reason over sensory experience. According to Plato, the world we perceive through our senses is, constantly changing and unreliable. In contrast, the forms are unchanging, perfect archetypes that exist in a higher realm, accessible only through the intellect. For example, while many objects may be beautiful, they all participate in the form of beauty itself, which is absolute and eternal. This distinction between the world of appearances and the world of reality is central to Plato's philosophy and underpins his epistemology, the theory of knowledge. Plato's understanding of the soul as composed of three parts, reason, spirit, and appetite, reveals his ethical vision. Justice arises when these parts are in harmony, both within the individual and in society. This idea underpins his political philosophy, where a just state mirrors the just soul, governed by reason and wisdom. Reason, the highest part of the soul, seeks truth and knowledge. Spirit is the source of courage and willpower. Appetite encompasses desires and bodily needs. When reason rules, supported by spirit, and appetite is kept in check, the individual achieves inner justice and harmony. Plato extends this model to society where the ruling class, philosopher-kings, corresponds to reason, the auxiliaries or soldiers to spirit, and the producers, such as farmers and artisans, to appetite. This tripartite structure forms the basis of his ideal state where each class performs its proper role for the common good. Plato's philosophical legacy is preserved in his dialogues, which are, literary masterpieces that blend drama, irony, and profound inquiry. Among his most influential works are The Republic, where he explores justice and the ideal state, and the Symposium, which delves into the nature of love. Through these dialogues, Plato invites readers to question, reflect, and seek wisdom, an approach that continues to inspire thinkers to this day. The Symposium delves into the nature of love, culminating in the ascent to the form of beauty. The dialogue's speeches reveal different perspectives on eros, from physical attraction to spiritual love. Plato's exploration of love continues in the Phaedrus, where he examines the soul's longing for truth and beauty. Here, love becomes a driving force for philosophical ascent, inspiring the soul to remember the world of forms. Through these dialogues, Plato weaves together the physical, emotional, and intellectual dimensions of love, presenting it as a path toward the highest understanding and the contemplation of ultimate beauty. As Plato's exploration of love in the Symposium and Phaedrus draws toward its philosophical peak, we witness the ascent from earthly desire to the contemplation of pure beauty, the form that calls the soul upward. Love, for Plato, is not just passion or fleeting attraction, it is the soul's yearning for truth, for what is eternal and unchanging. This journey from the personal to the transcendent finds a cosmic parallel in the dialogue Timaeus. Here, Plato shifts our gaze from the inner world of longing to the vast architecture of the universe itself. Timaeus, a wise speaker, unveils a vision where the cosmos is crafted by a divine artisan, the demiurge, who shapes order from chaos, using the eternal forms as blueprints. In this seamless philosophical arc, Plato binds together love's ascent toward beauty with the creation of the universe. As the soul seeks the form of beauty, so too does the demiurge seek perfection in forming the world. Both journeys, the soul's and the world's, are guided by the eternal, by the forms that underlie all reality. Thus, Plato's dialogues invite us to see love and cosmos as reflections of the same search, a striving for harmony, order, and the ultimate good. Beyond philosophy, Plato was actually a mathematician and athlete who valued geometry so highly that he reportedly inscribed above the academy's entrance, "Let no one ignorant of geometry enter here." He believed mathematics was, the key to unlocking the mysteries of the universe and the forms. Plato's dialogues often include humor, irony, and dramatic flair, revealing a playful side to the philosopher. For example, in the Symposium, the character Aristophanes delivers a humorous myth about humans originally being double beings split apart by the gods, explaining the human longing for love and unity. But Plato's genius wasn't just in his wit, it was also in his writing style. He wrote in the form of dialogues featuring Socrates as the main character, which made his philosophical ideas more engaging and accessible. This approach allowed readers to explore different viewpoints and think critically, rather than just accepting information. Through humor, irony, and lively debate, Plato's works continue to invite us into the world of philosophy, encouraging us to question, reflect, and seek wisdom. His playful yet profound style remains a hallmark of his enduring legacy. Plato's ideas, really laid the foundation for metaphysics, epistemology, ethics, and political theory. His influence extends through his student Aristotle and far beyond, shaping medieval Renaissance and modern philosophy. The revival of Platonic thought during the Renaissance, especially through figures like Marsilio Ficino, helped bridge ancient philosophy and Christian theology. In modern times, Plato's vision of education, justice, and the pursuit of truth continues to inspire scholars, leaders, and seekers of wisdom all over the world. His dialogues remain central texts in philosophy, political theory, literature, and education, inviting ongoing interpretation and debate. Whether in classrooms, public debates, or personal reflection, Plato's ideas challenge us to question, to reason, and to seek a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world. His legacy endures, reminding us that the search for truth and justice is as vital today as it was in ancient Athens. His allegory of the cave remains a powerful metaphor for the human condition, the struggle to break free from ignorance and illusion and, to embrace the transformative power of knowledge. Plato's journey is not just a historical story, but a timeless invitation to question, learn, and grow. His work has shaped generations past and yet to be,